Good morning, dolls, and welcome to Little Gretchen's Workshop. So I have a little surprise for you dolls today. It was quite a lovely surprise to me, so I thought I would share it. I got 3 items today in my post office box. I received a postcard, a letter, and a box. The postcard is from Renee B, and the letter is from Courtney C. Now, although I can't read these on camera without crying, I want you both to know how much I appreciate your kind words. At this point, my heart was already full from the words on the postcard and in the letter. And then I slowly opened the box and saw this pink and blue tissue paper. It made me nervous. Because just so you know, dolls, if you've been following me a while, Terri V is the one that made me that beautiful, precious baby back at Christmas time. And she's not just gifted, she's highly skilled and experienced. Her work is absolutely beautiful. And to think that this came from her stash of things she's created, it's just mind-blowing. So at this point, I'm bracing myself, really trying to just stay calm and see what's inside. At first glance, I was like, oh, it's a little book. And then when I flipped it over and saw that there was writing that says it's a ledger, and that's really exciting because the dolls will definitely need that in the new dress shop. So let me open it so I can get a good look at it. And I really love, I can tell she really just put time into it because it's so neat and perfect. I have honestly never made a book this nice. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, dolls. There are lines on the pages like an actual ledger. Oh my goodness. Look at that. The pink and the blue lines. It literally looks like a vintage ledger. Terri, wow, this is so thoughtful of you. Wait a minute, are these manila folders? Terri, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine the amount of time it took you to cut these this perfectly. I'm truly trying to wrap my mind around this, the time and care it took for you to do this. I mean, this is so incredibly thoughtful of you, Terri. They even have the little tabs at the top. Oh my goodness. It's always an incredible experience to receive a gift, but it's something else when somebody makes something so specific for you. It's like it just hits your heart differently. Okay, dolls, I'm just so tickled about this. So let me put the little folders back in the bag and see what else is inside. And dolls, I wear glasses and contacts, so sometimes I question what I'm seeing to make sure I'm seeing it clearly. And when I read the little handwriting on the back that says somebody's got some filing to do, I just thought that was really cute. But upon closer examination, I realized that these are actually little due bills and checks and receipts and things to put into the manila folders so that it'll actually look like the dolls are doing business. I'm trying to adjust the light so you dolls can see that this is like the tiniest check ever. See, this is what I mean when I say it's like you dolls are so engaged with the story. I mean, I just love that you dolls will send me things that I didn't even think of or even consider. And I really try to get into the details, but this really takes the cake. Terri, I'm just sitting here. I really don't even know what to say. This really took me over the edge. I mean, just the time it took you to put something like this together just blows me away. Yeah, Terri, this has really got me in my feelings here. Really, seriously, really. I mean, these little prints are perfectly scaled. They look vintage. All the detail and clear print. So yeah, I'm going to need to do another video about setting up the office, especially now that the dolls are moving to another dress shop. So yeah, stay tuned for that because this is incredible. I mean, literally, she caught the tiniest details on those little papers. So what could possibly be in this package? The pink and blue paper make me think that it may be a baby item. So let's see. And I truly love how nicely this is wrapped. I'm trying to figure out what it is, like a little refrigerator or a treasure chest or, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this, dolls. Look at how absolutely precious this is. Oh my goodness, Terri. It's writing inside those little labels. I can't read it, I can't read it, but it's writing. Look how she finished it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, dolls, I'm truly impressed and excited about the construction of the little file cabinet. Look how she did the drawers. They're shaped perfectly. Look how the inside tracks are. Oh my goodness. And just look how beautifully she finished it, gave it a little patina. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting, so timely and perfect because with the dress shop moving to a bigger location, they'll be able to spread out. So they'll definitely have room for something like this. And now she signed it. Yeah, this is definitely one of those moments I'm feeling like I'm probably going to need a nap after this. Terry, I truly love this. Each and every item, right down to the checks and the folders. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. Dolls, I am utterly amused with this gift. I just need to put some of the folders in the drawer. I really, in my mind, am imagining it being kind of disheveled and a little bit messy where you can still see everything. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna like leave the drawers open. I mean, an item like this with all the little details adds so much impact. Oh, this is just gonna be too much fun. Oh, Terry, you just don't know. This just literally made my day. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. Wow. Okay, dolls. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and finish this. And you know what? Let me allow you dolls to go ahead and see what's happening among the dolls. Marguerite and Saudi were all packed and ready to leave for their honeymoon. Although Marguerite added a lot more things to her trunk due to the extension of her honeymoon getaway, but there were loads of lovely things she had to leave behind because they wouldn't fit in her bag. By the time everyone got their luggage down to the parlor, there was quite a bit of difference between what Saudi was taking and what Marguerite was taking with her. Saudi had 2 small bags and his hat. Marguerite had a trunk, 2 bags, a basket, and her little train case. Although the couple originally planned to leave in the morning, Big Daddy recommended that they continue with their original plans to stay at a small inn near the end of town. And he confirmed with Saudi that Uncle Bartley, him, and her dad would be there to make sure they got to the other train station safely. Just before they headed out to go check in at the inn, Miss Maisie, Marguerite's grandmother, had all the married couples surround them, and when all the married couples had formed a circle around Marguerite and Saadi, Miss Maisie gently laid her hands on each of them at the same time and prayed a prayer of safety and protection as they traveled to their honeymoon destination, and that they returned safe and sound. And it was a good thing that the young couple would be gone a while because there was still quite a bit of work to be done in their new room. As the ladies were talking about all that needed to be done to the room before the couple returned, Aunt Vera let them know that when she went to check on the progress of the curtains for the room, no one was at the shop. It was closed. Aunt Janie and Aunt Bess hadn't told anybody about their plans. They had gone to visit a new property that had opened up in the Dollhouse community. It was a big solid house in good condition, and it would allow them to expand the dress shop and take in more sewing students. And it would also allow them to take in a couple boarders from time to time. The ladies were so excited about the prospect of expanding. They knew they needed to do something quickly because although it had been less than a year since they had the grand opening, they had already outgrown their current space. They were also concerned about whether they'd be able to sell the current location because it doesn't have a working kitchen. When the ladies returned to the dress shop, Aunt Bess ran to the office immediately to start to count the money to see if they had enough to pay for the new location. A couple days later, Aunt Bess and Aunt Janie talked to the men of the community about assisting them in the process of purchasing the new property and scheduling when they can do a few updates to the new location before they move in. Pop asked Aunt Janie right away, "What are your plans to do with this property here?" And at that point, they began to talk and bargain, and Pop agreed to buy the old dress shop at a discount, and the discounted price would allow him to put in a new kitchen for Miss Betty. And although the ladies sold the old dress shop at a discount, they had plenty of money from the sales and their savings to purchase the new property and to do the updates. The men had several meetings about how to coordinate the updates at the new dress shop and installing kitchens in both properties. They finally decided to break off into 2 teams and work as needed on both the properties until the job was complete. With all the new tools they had, they were confident they could get it all done. As the men completed the updates at the new dress shop, they began to discuss the fact that it had been several days now since the wedding had ended and Marva's family was still in town due to the railroad strike, so they would need extended stay accommodations until the strike was over.